Hello everybody, this is Janice, and today I'm going to begin doing my Christmas cards, and I am going to begin the season using some stamps that I got at Michael's the other day. I got probably about 8 new Christmas stamps. These are the dollar stamps, and so let's get started. First of all, I'm also using the Cricut cartridge Doodle Charms. It's an oldie but a goodie. If you have it, then that's great. If you don't, I think there's other cartridges that have a Snowglobe. I can't remember off the top of my head, believe it or not, but just go to mycutsearch.com and search for Snowglobe, and that will be able to tell you where to find one if you don't have the Doodle Charm cartridge. Okay, let's go ahead and tell you the details. Basically what I did on Doodle Charm is I hid the contours. When you cut the snow globe on Doodle Charm, it has a place where, you know, like the light detail to give it dimension is over here, and I hid the contour. It does have a blackout feature, and that probably would work just fine too, but I didn't do that. So what I did was I welded 2 of them together, and I cut everything at 5.5. Okay, and I cut an extra piece because I wanted the base of it to be red, and so that's going to go there. But before we do that, we have some things we have to do to the pieces. I'm trying to get my pieces here. So this is the actual snow globe part, and I cut that out of white, and it's also 5.5. Now, it barely, I mean, it really doesn't fit very well in an invitation size envelope. So next time I do it, I'm going to cut it, I'm going to change it to 5 or 5.25 because it just barely fits. But I already had this cut out, so I'm going to go ahead and just show you what I did. Okay, we're going to start with the Merry Christmas on here, and I used some pigment ink and some clear embossing powder. And just so you all know, my Ranger, my heated tool died. Now remember, I did get that from my neighbor. She gave it to me because she didn't want it. And so I know she had it for about 6 years, and I've had it probably for another year. So anyway, but I have my Stampin' Up! One, which is brand new. So let's go ahead and use our embossing buddy. And I'm just going to do some, this prevents your embossing powder to stick to other places that you don't want it to. And I'm just going to go ahead and ink this up with this Dragonfly Black. And it's color box. And get my little stamp pad, I forgot to get it. This helps to get a good impression if you have some cushion underneath. And let's see if I can, want this right in the middle. Okay, and this is a textured cardstock. It's actually Coordinations. Next time I'll do it on smooth cardstock. It's okay, I just think the sentiment would show up better. Just need a little more right there. Okay. And this is just Ranger clear embossing powder. Let's move this, and let's heat this up. the next detail we're going to add is the baker's twine. That I actually got this baker's twine for $1 in the dollar spot at Target, and it was probably back in September when I got it. But I like it because it's thick. It's thicker than the other ones I have. And I'm just going to get some tape and tape it to the back. The first time I used glossy accents, and you can see it on there because it oozed out the sides. I put too much, so it's my fault, but I know tape works just as well. So tape that there, and then tape some here. I hope you guys are all doing well. Those of you that live up in the Northeast, I hope and pray that your families are all safe and your homes are not affected. And I know there's been problems with gas and all that kind of stuff, so I feel for you guys. So sorry about all that. But I hope that you're just safe and sound and that all your loved ones are well. I felt like I needed to cut a piece of tape off, but I think I was just saying things. Okay, so now this piece gets adhered to the base. Things are going very well at school. I love our students more every day, and for those of you that want to pray for us, just pray for the children. Our biggest thing is we want to invest in their lives so that they can be the positive future for their community, so that they have a chance to be everything that the community needs for a brighter future. So just pray for us as we do that. It's very challenging some days, but I just keep telling myself, you know, I do this. It's not a career move. It's not it's not something I'm doing for me. I'm doing it for the glory of God. But it's hard some days, so just pray for us. Pray for the teachers. They have their hands full, but they love their students, and that makes it all worthwhile, you know, and they love Jesus too, and so that makes it even more worthwhile. Okay, so I'm going to use some glossy accents for my little bow here, and just let it dry. And I learned from Christina Warner, I have a piece of, it's actually stuck in there, but it's from clothing. When you buy clothing, a little plastic nib thing that will not rust because it's plastic, and I just stick it in there. It got stuck to the inside of the top, so that's kind of cool actually. Okay, so we're gonna let this dry, that little bow dry on there, and then I'll come back with part 2. Stay tuned.